What's up, guys? Today we're talking about running technique for speed, specifically for speed. I'm gonna give you 2 exercises on how to increase your stride length, and being able to run sustained with that longer stride is gonna help you eat up that road and hit those higher paces. Guys, we are at my home gym, San Francisco CrossFit, but we're gonna be talking about running and some things you do to increase your speed. We're inside because, hey, it's raining out a little bit, and hey, I don't really wanna get wet today. You can't blame me, hopefully. But all these things we're doing inside are things you can absolutely 100% do outside. Now, one of the things I love to do is warm up before I run, and actually include some sort of dynamic warm up to open up my hips and my shoulders to physically, mechanically prepare me for my running. If I wanna increase my stride and actually run faster, you better believe I actually have to open up and prepare my mechanics to be able to do that. The problem if we don't do that is that our hips and shoulders are so tight and stiff that anytime we try to run faster, we're actually running into the limits of our own body. So what we need to do is change that a little bit, and if we change that, all of a sudden when we start to add a little bit of gas, we step on the gas, all of a sudden we'll start to see a little bit more acceleration. So what we're gonna start with here is actually a little bit of a leg swing and lunge. Now I do a lot of different warm-up stuff. I'm just gonna highlight this one little exercise that you can add into your training. It's actually a little bit of a combo. So I'm actually gonna start standing up tall on this left leg. I'm gonna start with this leg swing right here. First part of this leg swing, can I just find that balance? Can I find that little tripod stance on this left foot? Can I be nice and tall and connected? And notice that the swing is very small because I don't want the back involved. And I don't want the knee bent, I want the knee straight, and the back is very, very quiet. Good. If I have that, I can start to increase the swing, both forwards and backward. But note, your ability's leg to extend actually is 100% a connection to how mobile and open your hips are. If my hips are really stiff, this leg is not gonna swing back very far. That's okay, but just something to know. From here, I'm gonna start to swing a little bit more, and then the main focus for today is gonna be this. I'm gonna do a leg swing and a lunge. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing back. Find this balanced position. I'm gonna drive this hip forward, pull this rib cage down. Just once again, keep that spine all stacked and connected. Drop down into a lunge. I'm gonna go up and kick, swing back, get stable, drop down. I'm gonna go ahead and do 10 of these. And what I can play with as I go through my 10 is to actually kick this leg back even a little bit further opening up this hip. The other thing that I like about this, I'm getting a little heat going in the body. This ankle's balancing. I'm starting to prime my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes, everything I need to get firing for me when I actually run. Once I've got 10 on one side, I'm gonna go ahead and get 10 on the other. That's gonna prep me for our second exercise, which is actually gonna be some bounding. So we've magically appeared outside. We're gonna do our bounding out here. Now the way this bounding is gonna start, I don't know if you've ever watched a track and field event and you've seen, the long jumpers or the pole vaulters start, but what they actually do is they start with this kind of long, almost like a gallop or like a leap, canter, if you will. I don't know what the appropriate horse analogy is, but this long, powerful stride, and what basically it starts with a little bit of slower cadence, and then they sort of wind it up and they're hitting full speed at the end. The reason why I bring this up, because a lot of times when we start with running, we actually start running in place with high cadence, and then I start to run from there. And it's kind of the opposite of this. Normally we start with a really small stride length, and we aim to increase the stride length as we go. For this, it's gonna be the opposite. We're actually gonna start with the bigger stride length we're used to. The cadence is gonna be very low. And over this 10 to 20 meters, we're actually gonna work on increasing our cadence, which is actually gonna increase our speed. So I'm gonna back up, it's gonna look like this. We're also gonna show you some shots of some follow along, but I'm gonna start slow, and I'm gonna increase. Big steps, big steps, big steps, big steps, and then start to run. Good? And then this way, I'll actually start, so you're kind of facing away, and once again, we'll do another shot where I'm following along so you'll be able to see a little bit better, but it's gonna start slow, and you can just stay put. Slow, 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 increase speed, increase speed, increase speed. But the goal is to always have that big, powerful stride all the way through. So what I want you to do is in the warm-up for this workout, and this would be a good technique day, it would be something that would be ideally done, you know, before a track workout or a tempo workout, would be to stop and at least do 10 to 20 leg swing lunges on each side, maybe in addition to a few other things in there for your warm-up. And then in the actual, you know, drill part, the bounding, what I would probably do is at least 3 to 5 sets of bounding that is like, you know, 10 to 20 meters or so. I think 10 meters will go pretty fast. 20 meters would probably be pretty good. And if you were to get 5 rounds of big, powerful, explosive steps, that's gonna start to develop that power, that big, long stride that's gonna help you out for that faster running. One more thing, if you like this video, go ahead and let me know. Hit that like button down below. If you have any comments or questions on things we talked about today, if you have any requests for future videos, hit us up in the comments. We always like to have a little conversation there. If you want more videos around running technique, strength training, injury prevention, how to prepare for your next race, definitely subscribe to The Run Experience. We have so many great videos coming at you each and every week, different coaches on the channel. It's definitely a great place to be. We'll definitely scratch that itch for you. You've made it this far with us so far in this video, so we want to hook you up. We want to give you a little free hookup, 2 weeks of running, strength, mobility training, some of our favorites, some of the most powerful at-home stuff you can do that will almost have an immediate impact in how your body feels. All you need to do to get it is click this link in this video. If you happen to be on a mobile device, which these days is probably the case, all you need to do is hit the link down in the description of the video. Once you're there, hit that link. It's going to take you to a page. Once you're on the page, name and email. Takes like 2 seconds, and then we'll be able to personally send you your 2 weeks of free training. Again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.